Welcome, everyone. I think I got everything right here. Just make sure you can hear me and everything. It's another high response marketing show, live show. I got to get rid of this banner. I always forget where the banners are. There we go. There we go. Hopefully, you guys can see me fine. Hopefully, you can hear me fine. I have some really good stuff to share. I forgot to print it out, so I got to pull it up on my thing here. Had a couple requests. Hope everyone is having a great week. I'm having a good week. It's very busy. I should have put all this stuff behind my computer. I wasn't really thinking. And I hope you watched my recent YouTube video because it was a really good one. It's a we talked about this in a live a little bit ago, but I gave a really good example of a quick thing you can do that you should be doing to pretty much every postcard you ever put out, you or your clients, and it can make a tremendous world of difference. If you haven't, I will give a quick overview of that, some examples too. But that is like this one little thing can totally destroy a campaign or make all the difference, especially if you're selling high ticket stuff. That's not really what the show is going to be. You can watch the video, but I was hoping you have seen it. Someone said they were doing taxes. I'm wrapping up my sales taxes right now. Deep in tax. It is tax time. You're not on that extension? You don't do that extension? I always do the extension. I filed my taxes in September and October. But good on you for getting them things done early, on time. Good to hear that, Fred. I am so thrilled to hear that. I had a couple other stickers. I wanted to shout out Ernie Barrett's. I love his. His is really cool. He had these. I don't know if he watches the live show. I can't remember if I ever really see Ernie on there, but these look awesome. He did some pins too. Do we have? We still have Ernie Barrett's pins. Give me one of. I got to send these out.
Yeah.
Or buttons.
We need the pattern. This is the bottle here.
Oh, this is about buttons. What else we got? Oh, they're just the stickers.
The rest are just buttons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. He has the stickers, but we just keep
We need the pattern.
not sending these out. But these are also, I'll shout him out, Ernie Bear. He also got buttons. These are bottle openers, actually. They're made on buttons, but they're bottle openers. They're really cool. So you can use those as bottle openers. He's also got 3-inch ones. Just shouting out Ernie Barrett, longtime fellow local marketer. These are the Rescue Squad stickers. I'm just self-plugging here. And Rock. Oh, this isn't the one I wanted to show. The Rock Pit Brewing was really funny. The Chris Rock one. Do you have the one with the kegs full?
Yeah, you gave.
No one probably cares, but I think it's so cool.
Never mind.
Here.
I'll
I'll give you it back. No. Oh yeah. This one's so funny. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. It's got the what's it from? Vacation. National where he said S words full. It says kegs full. It's so funny because Chris is a marketer and he owns a brewery down in Florida. Thank you, loud and clear. Jim Juris is here. Great. Oh, Scott's here. Yes. And Scott has special requests. So I'm going to talk about that really quick. I won't drag that on. I'll get to that in a second. Yes, 15,000 postcards. Scott is the man. Oh, Ernie's there. We're shouting where Ernie happens to be live on here. I got your pins and your thing right here. We just got to send them out. I'm so sorry. I will get them right out. Bruce Rogat's here. Great to see you. I remember that from your email, New Method Agency. I haven't seen that in a while. You don't email me from that one. It is always good to see Bruce here. I don't know if anyone watched that recent video. You guys probably didn't. That's why you're not saying anything. So I will bring that up too. But Scott specifically, wait, I should bring up a couple things. EDDM is down right now. I should probably put, unless it's up, but I don't think it is. EDDM system is down. It gave us so much frustration yesterday trying to produce these EDDMs, and some of them were really critical. Probably should have had some of them already prepped and stuff or already processed, but it's down. It takes your money and then it just deletes it, just like glitches, and then it refunds your money back in a little bit. We just kept redoing it, and then it would just refund it back. But yeah, that was really frustrating. We were on the phone over and over and over, and then sometimes they'd say it's down, sometimes they say they didn't hear anything, but it is down. It is still down. You cannot process an EDM. So the alternative, you really need to get one out there, is to just not pay online. You can still process them and include a check, pay at the counter. You can still do those. You just can't pay online. That's very, very frustrating. And I put a service ticket in or whatever. They're supposed to email you when it's ready. Hopefully they do. Scott Meisner has his review guide coming out. I am just adding some stuff to it because I have some really good stuff too. I'm closing in on 100 reviews, like legit total reviews. I'm using no review, fake review service. And I am just crushing all my competitors. There is no, you search for printing in this area, and I am demolishing them all. Reviews are so important. I'm helping other business owners now beef up their reviews. I am like sold on Google reviews. And I have a few tricks of the trade, and Scott has a few tricks of the trade. And Tim Fields, shout out, he's probably not watching, but he has an excellent design that we were apparently ripping off the whole time. So kudos to Tim Fields, the OG of the review card. But between us all there, this can really help. Like the reviews have a super impact on any local business. That is my digital go-to. I'm not much of a digital guy. I stick with postcards. That's my thing. It's what I like. It's what's reliable and predictable. But Google reviews that's the lazy man's SEO. You can still do permit because you're paying at the permit. So that's a good question. You cannot process a retail EDDM and pay for it online. It glitches out and will cause you endless frustration. It will take your money and then kick it back. It will keep it in the cart. It'll make your order disappear. It is bad.
It says it's like an error.
Yeah, it says like an error.
If it's an EDDM available.
Yeah, conflict or something, right? But yet it takes the money and doesn't give you the paperwork, and then it refunds you back. It's frustrating, super frustrating. Pay at the counter. Yep. And I had to send remote ones out yesterday, and I got one of my realtor clients. She sells these really high end, like super $2 million plus $6 million properties and stuff, and she needed her EDDM out. And I had to hack that thing together last minute and get some money orders and ship that out. And that was, woof. Oh, Char Candy's here. I was hoping Char Daddy would show up. I see John Hayes is here. Yes, from Ireland. He made it. I didn't know if the stream would make it all the way across the ocean. I didn't know if it would get there in time, but it did. John's drinking the old Guinness. Isn't that what they drink in Ireland? The Guinness. Oh, Sarah's here too. It's good to see you, Sarah. What are you over at home sitting on the couch? I'm just kidding. Sarah stands on her feet all day. Sarah always has more steps than me, no matter what. Oh, that's a good question, Mark. I totally because I'm not anti-digital, but I don't mess with digital stuff. I can't keep up with it. So I just ignored even Google profile for the longest time. I just didn't even I think I claimed it, but I'm like, I'm not, I'm not messing with this. I'm not bothering with this. And then reviews, I'm like, yeah, I should probably start getting reviews. It'll probably help. So I asked in our group, I think, in our Facebook group, I said, would anyone who was done printing with me before, would you just leave a review? Because I think I had gotten 1 or 2 reviews from customers, unsolicited, they just randomly gave me a review. And I was like, this is kind of cool. I should probably get some more. And I got 10. Okay, 10 people in the group. I was all upset. I'm like, only 10 of you jerks can give it. I got 10. But all of a sudden, this is a year and a half ago, maybe. I think this is 2020, early 2021. Might have even been a year ago. Might have been last year. I can't remember. But I got about 10. And I started getting calls locally. I never would get calls locally. It would just be referrals and stuff. I wouldn't just get random people calling for printing. I would get calls. I started getting calls and getting more calls. And then it started to be 2 a day, 3 a day. Every single day, someone would call. And this was oh, crap, this is annoying because it's local people and I'm having to do customer service and stuff. But this is because we're not really set. I'm not open to the public. This is not, I don't have a fancy storefront or anything. This is all you come in here. It's freaking it's super chaotic. We are not designed to handle incoming people. Now we are, but to a degree. But I was like, this is something. And then I just started soliciting reviews. Every single time I would provide the service, I get them while they're hot. And I've streamlined this. I'm getting a review. And it just kept bumping up and up and up. So I would, within weeks for me. And I get these reports. I should probably share them. I don't know how to find them. I get like, I don't know. I get calls every single day, thousands of people a month search. I mean, it shows you how many people ask for driving directions. It just blew up. And I haven't seen a difference from like maybe having 20 reviews to having almost 100. It looks great and I'm sure it helps, but like the amount of volume, there's still a few people every single day. And I'm in a small area. Like my whole city size is only like 30,000 people. Like it's a really small area. But if you type printing near me or printing, I am just squashing every single other printing service just because of those reviews. And people say all the time, I saw the reviews. This looks amazing. I didn't even know if you were really like a local business, and they can't believe that I'm like, how do you have these reviews? And I can see some of my competitors, they throw these fake reviews up. I'm like, how'd this place get all these reviews? They have like a 20 or something. And I look and it's all, you can tell they're fake. You look at the people and they're reviewing businesses from all different states and stuff. It's all fake. These ones are real. Yeah, I know you're not sitting over there, Sarah. Arnell's here. Great to see you. I was part of it. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. It was about 10 of you. You guys made all the difference. You really did. Earl is great. It's great to see you. Scott had specifically requested, going through my list. I got to mention that too. He had requested some more information too about the QR code mailings, which is literally taking the real estate like marketing by storm. Like I had a long one, but here's a short one. I don't want to flash this one too much because she'll get really mad if people start scanning this. This is a small one, but it's just a QR code, black. Where's the other? I had the longer one too. I had it over there, Jay. Did you see it? I had it. Oh no, I got it. It was hiding. It was hiding. Yeah, I did look over there, but I didn't. I ended up finding it somewhere else. These. And they in different shapes, different sizes. But this is like taking real estate marketing by storm. It is so effective. I'm seeing it everywhere. And my client is the originator of it. So I have the inside scoop on all of it. And he wanted some information on that. So I'm going to talk about that. Corey is here. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate you popping on here. All the way from San Fran. Was it Foster City or something? Somewhere out there. Small pressure washing. Oh my God, there was so much pressure washing. I cannot tell you how many postcards we're doing for pressure washing lately. It's crazy. Pensacola. I want to mail higher end neighborhoods. I mean, I have a ton. I mean, there's a ton, but it's not. The problem with examples of anything is that just because someone else has a postcard doesn't mean that one worked. That one would be the same thing you might like. So it's really hard. It's like, I could show you different samples and stuff, but really ultimately it depends on what you want to put on yours. You know, the Rob Smith has made up unbelievably good looking templates. If you want to put something really nice together, I will tell you to go to Rob Smith for design specifically. He is worth every penny just because his stuff is incredible for design wise. But if not, Canva, we can help out. Whatever, you can do basic design, pressure wash. If it is clean and bubbly and you've got some good advantage of before and after pictures, that thing will work. This is the time of year for that. Fantastic industry for mailing too. Can I print perforated jumbo club? Yes. And from time and time again, people ask about I can perf. I just had to perf some Jack and Jill tickets earlier. Yes, but it drives up the cost and it limits you. You cannot use the big, thick postcards. If you have too many perfs going in different directions, it will reduce the integrity of the card. So you run into some problems with that. But we can run like a straight line perf would be fine. Will drive up the cost. Oh, Rich Muller, good to see you. Rich Muller's on here. I don't know if you've ever even been on my live streams before. I've never seen you on there. It's good to see you. As Bruce Gormley. What's that, your Finsta account? I got to talk about these QR code mailers. There was something else I wanted to mention. I've been seeing a ton of people with rejected EDMs. I think it's just they come from YouTube, but they get rejected. Happens all the time. They print out their cards and it gets rejected. It's very sad. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. We should probably dedicate a live. We should probably make a video on how to get around that. So sometimes there's tricks you can do to still get it approved. There's kind of a process that works a large portion of the time before you have to reprint. And I had to, the other day, I did postcards for a guy, a landscaper in Iowa. And the poor guy, I was so mad. The guy does the postcards through me. I make sure they're compliant. I add the EDDM marks, and it was in a vertical format, right? It was in a not this way, but this way. And he gets rejected at the post office. He's like, the postmaster won't take them. She says it's not EDM. I'm like, oh dear God. And I'm like, I promise you, it's 100% compliant. It's 100% compliant. I promise you, you don't need to reprint these. And he's like, well, I'm trying to get a hold of like the USPS sales team. And he's waiting. And then he tried to do it again. And she still is saying no. I'm like, I got to call this postmaster. So I look up the thing. This guy's all frustrated. And he wants to reprint them. She says, you can't send them in a vertical layout. He's like, how much to reprint? We're not reprinting these because she doesn't want it. So I call and she gets snippy. And I'm being real nice. And I got to hold, so I don't blow up at her. And I want to tell her, I know what I'm doing here, but that's not the right way. I got a screaming match one time. Oh my God, I got a screaming match in a post office near me one time. We're screaming at each other. It was terrible. I don't want that to happen again. But I'm like, I do a lot of these mailers. I'm like, I know it's compliant. I could say, I don't want to, like, it's not that I don't trust you. I know you're a postmaster and I don't want to seem like a jerk. She's like, it's not compliant. This is not compliant. It says in here, it has to be whatever wide, whatever tall. And she's like, I'm going to send you to mailing requirements. She got super snippy. I'm like, dear God, I'm like, this poor guy. So she calls mailing requirements, which is their hotline they can call, and calls me. I get a call from her back like 15 minutes later. And she's like, Jake, she goes, I wanted to call you back. I am so sorry. She goes, I want to apologize. And we had a great conversation. She's like, I'm so sorry. She goes, I called mailing requirements and they said, basically throw everything out the door. They said, this doesn't have anything to do with the bulk mail. It goes, you can put them in orange. What if you are okay taking it and he pays the postage, just send it through. And she's like, she goes, Jake, I'll be honest, we don't see these come through much. She goes, when they do, they look like normal postcards. So when this came through in a different direction, she said it just didn't look right. And then to find out, he's the guy that mows our lawn. He's the guy that mows the post office's lawn. She's like, he's out here mowing all the time because she wouldn't even let him. Like, you wouldn't let your mowing guy send this. He's paying the postage. So we squared that away, but I had to save that business. I just thought that was interesting to say. When they tell you no, sometimes you have to school them. No, I don't mess with pens. I don't. I'll be freaking working with freaking pen equipment. Go on foreignprint.com. That's where I would suggest you go for pens. It's just too much work, too much for not enough money. Oh, the boss's email. I know Scott Meisner's waiting to see about these QR codes. Oh, nice. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You're a Rob Smither design. They're amazing, freaking amazing. USPS es el negocio de jardinería. Right? Did I say it right? How long does USPS take sending out the EDDM postcards? If you get them once you give them to the post office, in general, next day. They treat it. It is technically not first class mail, but it is ready to go, and that means they want to get it out. It is in general next day. If the mail load is very heavy, it may be 2 or 3 days, but that will be scattered across different carriers. So if you have like 4 different routes, it may be 4 different carriers. One might deliver it the next day. One might deliver their route in the second day. One might be in the third day, but you will rarely ever see mailings go out past like 2 or 3 days. It is generally right after you give them. Sometimes I deliver them in the early morning, and if it's before the carriers have come to get their stuff, it's there that day. It's in mailboxes that day. Tipton. You ever heard of that? Tipton, Iowa. I know because I freaking called her. Tipton, Iowa. IA, right? Yeah, Iowa. Raptor Turf Lawn Care. I should have pulled up his thing. but he's all sorted out. I love Iowa accents because they sound just like ours. It's so weird because they're Midwest, but they sound just like us. Yeah, no problem at all. I know Scott Meisner's freaking glued to this. I want to share this too. One of my good friends now, good clients. There's a text, a little wet your whistle of selling postcards and stuff. Here, she texts me this. Can't remember if I asked you how much would 25,000 postcards cost. She said, I wonder if we should pump 50,000. She goes, I'm not kidding when you're going all in. Then she goes, yeah, screw it. Let's do 50,000. I got to turn that off. This was my text exchange two nights ago. Where is it, on the desk? Thing will go off every second. 350. Lauren Bauer's coming at 350 or so. I just got to remind to put the remind to put the Jack and Jill tickets on the shelf. 50,000 postcards. That's how you get stuff done. That's how you want a response to high volume. I'll make sure to take a picture of 50,000 postcards for you. What's this? That's Nick, right? Yeah, all neighborhoods being mailed have communal mailbox. Communal, yeah, I know these are coming up. EDDM will be a stack. They will stack. If you have a really nice carrier, they'll put one in each mailbox, but they are not required to. So there's nothing you can do about that. They will put a stack of them in an area that can be grabbed. That can be good or bad. If it's something super broad appealing, that's fine. But if you need it to go to in everyone's mailbox and your apartment heavy route or communal heavy route, do a saturation mail. You can do a saturation mail. It really doesn't cost that much more. You would need me to do it, or you can do it with a permit, but you can do an occupant list. So you can just send it to it'll just say occupant or name. Some will have names, but it'll be saturated. It'll still be saturation like EDM, but it will go into every box. If it's addressed, then it will go into every box. I don't know what that means. Hoods. Probably something probably over my head. I got to talk about these QR codes before, and then I'll talk about the thing I talked about in the other video, but I know Scott is going to get antsy here. Real quick about these. So these are taking the realtor. If you have realtors, clients, or you're a realtor yourself, you got to get on this. You have to do it. You have to do this, whether it is just this format, or where it's just totally blank and QR code, check your home value, or if you are throwing it on a postcard and directing them to the QR code, you can do both. But you got to have these QR codes. You have to do it because it's working. It's working really, really good. I can only share so much because I don't want to. So you may have to message me, or I can put you in touch with people that actually do it. The QR code goes to a landing page. Okay, that's a funnel, and you can get that through different places. There's different places. There's one in particular that my one client that originated this and does very high volumes of this uses. You can message me or email me for that. I can put you in touch. I just don't want to name all these. I don't know how much they're okay with sharing or not. I want to respect whoever they're using. The problem with the funnel, so it takes you to a funnel and says, what's my home worth? And it says, enter your address and stuff. And it starts you off with just what's your address or whatever. And then as you go down, it asks for more and more information till the end. Hopefully they make it to the end of the funnel and they've put like how soon are they looking to sell and all this information. And they're like, yes, have one of your realtors contact me. And that would be like a grade A, like super hot lead, best case scenario. But some of these landing pages, some of these funnel landing pages don't give you the information in the early stages. Like they wait, like just their address. They only give the realtor the information once they've put in a contact info. That might be like a legal thing or something. I don't know. What you want really is to be able to capture that first page. And there's only a few places that report that. I hope I'm making sense. You really want to where the lead, someone scans the card, gets this in the mail, check your home's value here. They scan it and they put in their address and then they just don't do anything. Okay. The realtor needs to get that address because then you can reverse it. You can reverse the address, see who did it, and then you can contact. You can either call them or stop by, knock on their door. Depends on how aggressive of a realtor you are, or send them a mail piece. You now know that that person is interested. There's some interest there. Good realtors who depend on high volume, especially, need that information. They need to be able to capture that information. You will get realtors that aren't like, I'm not going to contact someone who didn't like tell me to contact, and that's fine. That's a different kind of marketing strategy. But when you need the volume, when you're the top performing realtor and you need all the leads you can get, or you have an assistant that can process all the incoming stuff and vet it and qualify it, you need that first information. So the funnel goes to that and reports the information. That's really how it does. Scott, you can message me. I will give you the service that they use to capture the leads, because they had used, I'm just using my one client in particular who started this all. They had used other ones and they weren't reporting that first step, and they were missing out on a ton of potential sales, potential leads, where now they're using one that captures everything. And they use Tom Ferry for coaching. So Tom, if you're in the real estate industry, you probably know the guy. He's like the real estate marketing coach. And I'm getting a lot of business from them because it's within that network, but they push this. So because it's working so well. So this is making its rounds all over the US. Like all these coaches and stuff are all telling their agents to use this because it is working, and it is working. I'm doing so many of these mailers for all different people. Every single, oh my God, from like the very lowest poverty, Midwestern, Mississippi, no offense, Mississippi, just like super low home value areas, all the way up to crazy high $25 million property listing realtors across the board. Like I am helping realtors myself do with this from every different kind of area you can imagine. It works. I hope that helps, Scott. I hope that helps. And it's very simple. It's just super simple. The neighborhood dude. My brain can only process so much. My email's blowing up right now. Everything is just probably blowing up right now, but I'm here on live. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention what I had talked about in the recent. What is this crap? Stripe is changing. Shouldn't be reading my email. I'm doing this. They're changing, increasing prices or whatever nonsense. What I had mentioned in my recent YouTube video, which you really should watch. I feel like it's one of my best informations. Titled like how to 10x your post. Literally, this little thing when it comes to postcard mailing, this little thing, I see it over and over and over and over again. And I got a really good example of it in my mail yesterday. Can destroy a campaign, can totally destroy a campaign. It destroys campaigns every day across America, across the world. Every day, campaigns are totally destroyed by this. Now, if you are selling pizza, if you're sending out a pizza postcard, this isn't going to have a dramatic effect because so many people will be interested in it. But if you're selling real estate, if you're selling renovations, high-end renovations, if you're selling something higher ticket, and especially when every response counts, when you can't afford to miss like one, like imagine not getting a kitchen deal because of this little thing. Like this makes a tremendous difference. And that is, I use this as an example. This is a postcard I printed a long time ago. Not my design. I just printed this EDDM, that solar company. Use this as an example. Which side, big postcard. So this thing sticks out, like it crazy sticks out. So they got that going for them. It's a solar thing. Which side, just looking, which side do you think looks better? Which side captures your attention more? This side? Because we live in TikTok world right now, right? It's like TikTok in your mailbox. People are instantly, is this something relevant to me? Is this something not relevant to me? Is this garbage? Is this just junk? I don't know what this is. Which side? Which side is more, just which side grabs you better out of these? The big, now I would guess that almost all of us say this side. This is the more attractive side. This has the big picture. It has very clear, easy to read headline. It's just more grabbing. It gets your attention better. Then this side, which doesn't have any pictures, really. The lettering is a lot of information. So can we agree that this side? I'm assuming we have 100% agreement. Would you agree, Jay? Which side is more attention grab? Like which side is more this side, right? This is the more attention grab. So if you were sending this out, which side would you want the people to see first? What side would you want them to see first? I would assume this side, right? Because if they see this side first, they have to then turn it over to see the other side, and that's going to reduce the attention dramatically. Someone may be interested in solar and see this as I don't know what this is, throw it out. Whereas they see this, you have a higher chance. Yet the addressed side, which is the side that gets seen first, is almost always the bland side. They put everything on what they call the front, the best stuff, and then they put all this text and junk on the back because they think for some reason the address side is the least important side. They think, okay, let me just fill this with crap. Or they'll make half of it white and then just put a little bit here. It's the address side. This side don't matter. This is the side that people see. This is the side that you see when you sort your mail. This is how all mail is oriented. The carrier puts everything with the mailing labels in this direction. So you will never see this side if this doesn't capture your attention. You've probably killed this campaign. Like it will kill campaigns if you don't have something attention grabbing on that side. This is the most important side, but people get it wrong all the time. And I got a fantastic example of that in my business mailbox yesterday. I'm so mad. I love this local business. They have great food. I love the family. They have really done a great job, but this is how they sent it. This came in my mailbox. I almost threw it away as recyclables. And it just looks like a junk mail. It looks like another postcard junk mail. And then I had set it aside for recyclables, and I was looking at it, I was like, what? I said, the name is Lafa. Great food. It's tremendous food. And they sent it to businesses. Okay, great, excellent. It's catering businesses, very smart. But I'm like, is that Lafa? And I know their colors. They have this purple, pink, and green brand. It's very prominent. But it's in black and white. I'm like, what? Seriously? I turn it over and you have this like nice, it's the white is probably, you have this like wicked nice, colorful card for catering, and it's sent to businesses, $25 gift card, $200 catering. You don't see this. You're going through the mail and you see the junk mail and you're like, junk, gut. Never saw it. Never see that. All to save a few dollars, save freaking $20 so let's not print any color on the back. Like this is absolute disaster. It probably did good, and I hope it did good. I hope it got some kind of business, but this is a disaster of a design because the address side looks like straight up junk mail. Straight up junk mail. I'm not even looking at your comments yet. I will in a second. No one leave me comments. Guys, turn the channel off. That could be too. Actually, my client uses flow code. The one. I don't get a billion that uses QR code generators. I just tell them generate QR code. Sometimes I make it in Canva. Sometimes I generate it in Canva, which they won't. But flow code is my main one that uses. So I don't know if that's good or not. I'm showing more examples of this. This was a postcard I dug out of the archives. It was a great example, especially for realtors. Look at this. This is the address side. It's just, you probably can't see there. It's just a whole bunch of text. Nothing but text. Meanwhile, the other side is just listed. Look how colorful that is, and how if you're looking for a home and you see this in your neighborhood and it's just listed, this is eye-catching. This is grabbing. This is exactly what you want them to see. But instead they see this, which no one turns the card over. I will give an example of a good one. Good client of mine, they do the THC, the pop pipe or whatever. And I didn't even tell them this is something there. So they're smart. I just do the printing and mailing. But this is the address side. Now, if you're in the smoking pot, you hear that, Jay? If you're in the smoke, if that's your thing and you see this, you know right away, oh my God, I got to have this. I got to smoke this up. Whatever it is, Delta T9 or something. Now, you probably can't see that. I got to cover my eye so it doesn't try to catch my eye. It's got the pop pipe or the jar of it, and it's got the freaking camera. It's got the $10 off. It's got all these deals. This is on the address side because they're so smart. Meanwhile, the other side just looks cool. It's just aesthetically nice. But this side doesn't matter that much because you're already interested. This just complements it. This is the most important side. And they get great response. And they're opening location after location, and they're getting great response from these mailers. I've been doing like a year now, constantly. I think a lot of it because it is properly designed on the address side. You're not killing off the campaign by putting the coupon or the incentive or the strong visual graphic on the address side. I hope this makes sense. Put that address. A lot of times I fix campaigns and I'm like, do you freaking understand what I say to myself? I'm like, I just freaking saved your freaking campaign. Someone will upload or send me artwork and it will be so nice on the other side. And then it's all text on the address side. I'm like, I'm just throwing it out there. Can we just put the EDDM marks or the addressing on the other side? So this is the side that people are going to see first. And people are like, oh, wow, that makes sense. I didn't know that. And I'm like, I just saved this freaking campaign because no one would have been looking at your stupid campaign with all your freaking text loaded on there or a completely whitewashed card with just like a random thing when all the good stuff is on the other side. You can't expect people to turn this stuff over. It's not 1983 where it was a big event. You took the mail and you went through everything and you couldn't wait to see what was in the mail. Now it's just like, is this good? Is this bad? Is it good? Is it bad? TikTok. Flow code is great. Good. See, they're smart. Flow code is great. So I am going to say flow code. That's bad when they do that. People do that with web hosting and stuff too, don't they? Van says I have to wait. So went to mailbox. Look how my mail is picking postage side up on all of it. But went to mailbox. Look how my mail was put. Yeah, it is. That's how the carrier. I mean, you get a letter. You get a letter in the mail. This is how it's delivered. It's delivered. The light won't pick it up. It is delivered like that. The carrier puts everything address side up. It will always be in that direction. It will never be in the other direction. I got this one returned from Australia, and it has, well, you didn't see this, did you, Jay? It has look at this stamp. It says the Australian dingo. Yeah. Because they call the dogs or something a dingo. Sorry. Australian dingo stamp. I love stamps. I think they're so cool. My favorite stamps were the scratch and sniff. USPS put a summer, I still have some of them, like 3 or 4 years ago. It was scratch and sniff. It had like popsicle flavored stamps. Poop scoop postcard. Great niche.
Did you use it back as a notepad?
Yeah, it could have been. I probably seen it and probably didn't say anything. Sometimes I probably did. If I was struggling to find a pen, I just write it on probably some key information that probably something really important. Now it's sitting there. I see so many mailers and I have to be aware of, and I feel bad sometimes. Like my brain, my energy is only so much, or if like Jaden or Carrie Lynn or anyone else is processing stuff, like they're not going to like look, they don't always know exactly what to look for. And my brain can only take so much. And I can't become the accidental consultant where you're now starting to be like the consultant for people. And it's like, it's hard. It's really hard. So a lot of stuff comes through and I'm like, yeah, I just got to get this through. Just got to get out the door. Hoping they'll watch the videos. Yeah, that would be a good one, right? Mark Williams said, put the pot business with a pizza offer on the same thing. Oh, the taco place. Yes. Can you imagine that? Someone needs to put the what are this called? Dispensaries, right? Isn't that what they call it? Dispenser. Put the pot pipe place. Dispensary. Can you imagine that? That's what we got to do. We got to do that. And I think it's so funny, but I talk about it and stuff, but I don't even know. I just see people put the pipe or whatever like this. The bowl, the bong. the freaking water bong or whatever. But do an M3 with the freaking pot. So it's 3 ads and do the pot, the pizza, and the tacos. That would be a really good card. Can you imagine that? I know that would get response. No, I don't think so. To a degree, it's a good question for 9x12s. It doesn't matter. 9x12s look so symmetrical, like the backside is so similar to the front side. It really doesn't matter that much. I don't give either side any weight because they're just so symmetrical. Sometimes I have different information in that center bar because I use the layout with the center bar all the time. And the same with community cards and stuff. If the card looks so similar, the only thing I would give weight to is, and this is in my products too, in various places, put the strongest offer. Like if you have a coupon for a restaurant that's really popular and you have like I call them anchor, like a really solid, great, popular restaurant, great deal, put that one on the address side. So that is like the killer ad that they're going to see to hopefully get them to keep the card and say, oh, these are worth it. Same question. So I hope that answers it. Put your strongest offer on the side where the indicia is. Yeah, you run into that if you're selling certain sides. I mean, I never with a shared postcard, because I want to sell the back just as much as the front. I don't even like to use that term, the front or the back. I don't try to sell like, hey, this side's better, this side's worse, because then you don't want someone being on the worst side or to even think that there's a worse side. When it comes to solo mailers, though, what side is the poop? Chardaddy said the poop scoop is not so great for scratch and sniff. That's what you should do. You should do a scratch and sniff card. It just stinks. We'll clean this up for you or something. It's just wretched. You buy that fart spray or something. I've heard it stinks so bad. You can buy it on Amazon.
I never bought it.
You imagine spraying that on cards just to get attention. Yeah.
They had like a house together and they sprayed it.
What sprayed it? I hear it like make you gag.
They couldn't be in the house for like hours.
You spray all the cards with it. That is a strategy I've never thought about or heard. That's imagine spraying like your, but like someone, but you might not even tell. It might just rub off on all the other mail pieces, and it's disgusting. And yeah, what is this? Throw that into Chat GPT and see what kind of headline you can get. Don't throw this. This is the last time you throw this crap out or something, and you've got this ultra disgusting card. Nick says, appreciate the appropriate terminology on smoking devices. Do you know that I still do. So my employee, this story. I used to have a guy. Did I tell you I used to have a guy at work for me who overdosed?
No.
Yeah.
You never told me.
Yeah, 25 years old. He overdosed, died. Yeah, and he was a stellar freaking salesman. He actually filled a lot of people's 9x12 campaigns. I'll put him on the phone, and he was a hothead. So he was like, he had like anger issues and stuff, but he was such a nice guy, and I knew how to handle him. Yeah.
There's so much going on in this conversation.
Yeah, he was 25 and had a 14-year-old daughter. Yeah. Yes. He died at 25 and his daughter was 14. Wait, maybe she was 10. Because I think she was 14 a little bit after. She was 10. He was like 12 years old when he had her. No, he had her. He got raped by a older, he was a freaking stud or whatever. And the girl, and like an older girl freaking got pregnant. And he didn't raise her, but she was around and stuff and the funeral and stuff and all that. But yeah, freaking crazy. But yeah, he died, and I still have his vape over there. I still have his water bottle and his vape. It was on that because I felt bad. It was his station was over there, and I'm telling this to you guys too. It's grim or whatever, but I felt bad. I was like, this is his stuff, so I've always kept his vape thing or whatever, and his last bottle of water on there. I don't know if I'm supposed to throw it out now or something. What if he comes and haunts me or something? He was a great guy, but he he overdosed and died. Very sad, super sad. And his girlfriend, who also worked with me, her last boyfriend also killed himself. So she had 2 in a row. Yeah, it sucked.
There's so much to unpack.
It's a good idea. Yeah, yeah. He was 25. It sucked. You're just gonna go back. Um, killed the mood of the show. Is it time to go yet? I'm starving. 1:48. I hope you guys got a lot of information out of this. It's a good live show. I'll probably get freaking Tim Black will freaking harass me. He harassed me on the last one. I had to delete it. I had to delete my last live show because he said it was too boring or something. He said I shouldn't have been talking. I don't know, because I had people coming here all the time. We had people coming in, and I was trying to run a freaking shop here, and while talking to you guys, I do my best. I appreciate every one of you guys. Hope you learned a lot today. I know we're going to have a great show next week too. Now I can get back to my emails. If I've ignored your email, feel free to send me another reminder if it's something important. I do my best. Guys. It's always great seeing you. Tell a joke. I don't have a joke. When you put me on the spot, I don't have a joke. I'm not good at writing jokes. You have a joke? Okay. What's the joke? What is a
pirate's favorite letter?
Pirates? Oh, come on. Pirates. Oh, what is a pirate's favorite letter?
What would you think it is?
R.
Is true love being C?
Oh, that was a good one. Wait, I don't know if they heard that, but I'll say it in a second. Oh, that was really good. What is a pirate's favorite letter? Do you guys know this one? That totally got me.
That's my favorite joke. Dad joke.
That is a good joke. That is a really good dad joke. What is a pirate's favorite letter? Let me throw this up here. That was totally worth saying. What is
That's why you were like, oh, I know. It's like, no, you don't know the answer to it.
Oh, that is so funny. That is so funny. Van said, why did the toilet paper cross the road? What is it? They'll start Googling or something and act smart. That was really funny. No one knows. I said R. It got. Oh, why did the toilet paper cross the road? Van said it got stuck in a crack because it got stuck in a crack. Okay, the pirates. Okay, say it again.
What is the pirate's favorite
Yeah.
letter?
What's the answer?
You should know his true love being C.
You should know. I know. You should know his true love be the sea. His true love be the sea. That was so good. I love that. Okay. Have a great night, everyone. A great day wherever you are in the world. I will see you guys later.